always, joined by mon frere Sixpence. What up, my dude?
Man, I'm stoked to be here, man. Looking forward to it. It's good to see you.
I normally try and give these grand introductions to people, but if people don't already know about the Sixpence effect and its presence in this scene, then they're just gonna have to sit back and enjoy and watch it unfold. You know,
I guess so, man. Hopefully this will be a good introduction.
it's one of those things where like the reputation precedes the person. You know,
Man, my name's in these streets these days.
Oof. They are, you know, some are venting, some are lamenting, you know, like this.
Oh, mate, the wordplay is unreal.
All right. Well, before we get right into it, great way to get grounded is to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land where we're recording right now, and that would be the Boonwurrung and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. You know, just want to acknowledge the leaders, past, present, emerging, recognize that the sovereignty of this land was never ceded, and show gratitude that we get to use these spaces for our creative practices. So there it is. Here we are.
Fantastic. Mm.
Thank you for joining me, my dude Sixpence. We're coming off the back of almost a night out, wasn't it? It was almost a night out.
It was the closest thing to a night out I've had in a hot minute, man.
Uh
Yeah, that
huh.
was really fun.
So we're talking about the vibration creation sessions, the second one that we've had. So we had yourself as the head chef cooking
Mm.
up the goods, and we had MQ, Jason, aka username unknown, and Minty D as the other local artists to. I mean, everyone's got a pitch in, you know. Some people say the more chefs in the kitchen, that can be an issue, but I felt like we had a tight crew last night, and it worked out good.
You really did, man. Yeah, it was the chemistry was really dope.
The chemistry was dope, and in 3 hours, you know, 2 hours and 40 minutes, you guys made some pretty tasty stuff, some real fucking
Yeah,
tasty goods.
like
Which, sorry, you continue, please.
I was gonna say like I didn't really have much expectations on which way it would go, but I was really stoked to I don't know to see what we could develop in that time frame, and the ending product just for like a little session was pretty remarkable.
Yeah, actually, I do have. I love it how questions just emerge in the moment. So you're a mentor, you're a teacher, you do a lot of work with younger kids around hip hop and music, and I
Yeah.
imagine some other things too. Um, what do you normally feel like is a good accomplishment with somebody who's a bit younger in the space of an hour or two? What are you normally looking to get out of a student in that kind of time period?
Uh, it to be honest, as long as I just learned something, so I guess the beauty of learning is Jesus. The beauty of learning is that we can always learn. Okay, so
Mm,
it's just taking your comprehension level or something, or your current skills lesson, and you're just trying to scaffold it, build something on top of it. So when I'm working with the kids, it might be okay. Let's try and write 4 bars. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
But with new experiences like the vibration creation and stuff, I suppose just like, okay, we've got these tools. Let's see what we create. Let's step out of our comfort zone to kind of work with each other. And you're kind of learning to collaborate, especially like over the internet and
Mm.
stuff. It poses some challenges and stuff, but I think we did it really well. And yeah, I don't know. Does that kind of answer your question or?
Yeah, absolutely. So the people know exactly, precisely what we are talking about. I think we
Hmm.
should just play the track. How do we feel about that?
I think we should too. I mean, did you want to like briefly kind of just describe what the whole vibration creation thing is?
I'll briefly describe the vibration creation session, and then you can briefly describe some of the thoughts and feelings and what we had coming into it and what we came out with it. So the vibration creation session is a 2.5 to 3 hour period of time where four-ish Vibe Union members, it doesn't have to exclusively be Vibe Union members, and potentially everyone is a Vibe Union member and they just don't know it yet.
Yeah,
So we throw a few
but they will
people.
be.
They will be, right. we throw a few people into the mix, and there's a producer and songwriters, right? And the idea is you come in with a foundation of a beat, something kind of, the bare bones to work with, bit of a brainstorm back and forth at the start between the producer and the songwriters, and then everyone goes away in almost like these isolated pockets to create their own little piece, almost without knowing what other people are doing. And then through that, they come together at the end. They're sending stems behind the scenes to you, or whoever the producer is, who's kind of like trying to, get things in the thick of it, trying to like make something in that period of time. And honestly, like I was one of the writers for the first creation session, and it's intense, it's exciting, but I think it's certainly worthwhile. It's like this sense of agency. You're kind of under the pump, but it's exciting, because you're live, you're kind of on show. You don't know when like the MC or the host is going to come in and be like, Dilly, what the hell are you working on now? Where you're at? I just heard some stuff from blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's kind of the setup. Just quickly, shout outs to D Jolly D. Thank you so much for following. Stay tuned. Sixpence. Talk about what we had coming into it and what we came out of the session with.
Okay, so I was approached by Wrath to be a part of this vibration creation session, and he instructed me to kind of come up with a skeleton of a beat to send to the other participants.
Yep.
And so I thumbed through a few records, and I came up with I found this like kind of soul blue sort of record, and it had a really kind of nice kind of rootsy, sort of earthy, as Minty described, guitar sort of riff, very bluesy. And so I'm like, okay, let's use that. Pitched it down, put some basic drums over it, sent it to the other participants, MQ, Jason, and Minty. Yeah. And so they had the foundation. And so I think we played in the stream last night. We played the basic beat, and then all the writers discussed what kind of inspiration they were getting for it, like what imagery they were having inside their heads that they wanted to try and transcribe to the page for their verses.
Yeah.
And we kind of built the idea that, okay, it's got that Western feel. Let's kind of like take it a bit like, like high, gunslinger-esque, Clint Eastwood-esque, as MQ said.
Yeah.
And then I floated the idea of calling the track High Noon, and I think everyone was kind of on board with that idea. And so that's when we all broke away. But yeah, and then in the backdrop, I just slowly added to the beat. Yeah. And eventually came up with the product that you're going to hear in a second.
We're going to hear right now. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, without further ado, without further explanation, I think we should just jam this for a bit.
Yeah, let's play it, man. Dilly's gone off the grid. Oh, here we go.
Is that reasonably clean? Does it need to be louder or pretty good?
Sounds clean to me, to be honest. I'll just turn my volume up a little bit.
Blood on my horse. Been riding for days, I'm staying the course. Sand in my lungs, my voice is gone. Dispatching the lawman and Apaches with force. Unshackled in the land of the free. Just a man without a plan, catch me hatching a scheme. I can't be handled, I'm a bandit and I do it with glee. And all these vandals couldn't even hold a candle to me. Cause I'm the reaper, but I don't need to carry a scythe. A lone ranger, always keep a gun on my side. I am the danger, way before Walter was white. I'm no stranger, you know me by the look in my eyes. So when I ride into town, you better hide or get down. I'll have you ducking for cover and have them calling for mothers. I'm only honing in on criminals and agents of sin. I begin at high noon, night falls when I win.
Slinger, That Jesse James wannabe bullet bringer. Got my sixpence, six shooter. Got my gang avoiding any prosecutor. We're the first troubleshooter.
He's good.
Fingers twitching that standoff. Crowd full
That's killed this,
solid,
man.
not a pin drop. Fire shots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I reload. That's a remix. Haven't had my halo for a while. I swap danger wings for the horns and the devilish smile. As I speak with my true lips, I don't tiptoe. I dance through the tulips. I ain't just living in the Wild West. We all out here putting history through a retest. Go by Jason with my Argonauts. Haven't made history with the battles before. Finding my release in the way to peace. Grab me some sleep under that golden fleece. Getting lost with historical quips. Got the gold to rebel like I'm Vercingetorix.
Hey, hey. Woo, woo.
Man, that's crazy. Like, there's a few things I'd like to talk about with that. It's it was just crazy how so many things lined up that's like worked so perfectly. Like we didn't know what we were all creating for the song. For example, like the way Jason's verse ends and like how Minty's hook comes in, like it just felt like it was so swift. So like there was so much chemistry to that, but it was just like coincidence. And also with like production, I layered so many elements into the hook. But then Minty took like a really sort of like simple approach. She even layered her vocals on the first few beats of the bars of the hook, and a lot of my layering was in the second half of it. So it just like sounded so full the whole time.
Right.
And like we had no idea any of that would happen until the end of the song. So it was just like, yeah.
Somehow you like, yeah, it was kind of like it was all complimentary without knowing it was going to be that way, without planning it.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying, man, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could say that I was surprised, but I mean, y'all are so talented, and this is kind of like this is like the ideal homework for you guys as a crew.
I definitely want to see more sessions like this, man, because yeah, it's really, really cool, and I'd love to be on the writing side of it sometime soon as well.
Yeah, I mean, I did ask this question through live stream last night because your boy Dilly D was, in fact, the host, with a reasonable amount, not the most. But the question I asked was, how did you feel about not being able to rap on that beat? Because it was a fucking good beat, man. And it seems, as you said, it's like up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about it until you said that question. I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, it would be cool to rap on this. But what was cool was you gave me the platform to freestyle on it, and I still got to enjoy rapping on it.
Yes.
And that was really fun anyway. So,
yeah.
But like it's also, I have just as much fun producing as well. It's just approaching something from two different sort of creative energies. It's still just as enjoyable as the other, just different.
Right. What came first for you? The writing or the producing?
Definitely writing. Yeah, I started writing when I was about 12 or 13 and started producing when I was 16.
Okay. So I'm not going to do an interview where I, dig deep into your past or anything like that, because most of the time nobody fucking cares, really. It's like, what's happening now?
Yeah.
But I would like to look back, a few months, and talk a bit about the dojo.
Yeah, man.
And I'd really love to hear, because for those who don't know, the dojo is this kind of open mic cypher hip hop night down at Blue Bar on Chapel Street. It's been running for a while. Hopefully it will be back at it. But I would love to hear what your feelings were the first time you went to the dojo and the first time you went up there and did your thing. Because now the way I see it, you're one of the kings that roam around that stage at the moment.
Thanks, man. I think I still remember the first time I went to the dojo. I met Mash there, and I think I met Georgia for the first time, and maybe some of the other VU folk.
Yeah. Wait, is that how we met you through the dojo?
No, because I'd
Yeah.
been to a VU. I went to a Lyrebird.
Yes.
It was my first introduction. That would have been, I want to say, the end of February even.
That's right, at the start of this year. Yeah, you were on one of the first what are they called? Vibration variations?
Yeah, well, here's what happened, right? Um, because the way I'm affiliated with Vibe Union is Sumash, as a lot of people are.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He's a big connector.
yeah, oh God, and yeah, shout out to Mash.
Shout
Love that dude.
outs. Uh-huh.
We volunteer together at Rhymes, which is it's a after school program for kids to develop hip hop music, and I think he just kind of invited me to it, or maybe I just seen it promote it on his socials.
Yeah.
The vibration variation. I think I was more attracted to the prospect of the open mic because I think
Then during your own set?
um well I didn't know that I would even have the opportunity to do one set. This is my first
Ah,
introduction to Vibe Union. I just saw that there was an open mic segment at the end of these live vibration variations,
yeah.
and I was looking to do more open mics. Um, and so yeah, I remember I was on work placement at the time, and
Yeah.
it was a Friday, and I was like really buggered after work, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'll go to this or not. And I'm like, oh, just eat some food and go. So I went home, quickly changed, ate some food, went, and that's where I would have met a lot of you guys. It
Mm-hmm.
might have been where I met. I think that's where I met you for the first time. We didn't. I don't think we
Absolutely.
had a conversation, but
No, because I knew you
um,
were too good. I just wanted to make sure that like I could get along with you before I associated with you, you know? Otherwise,
man,
it's
it
straight
was
competition.
yeah, man,
I'm kidding.
beef. No, no, no. Um, yeah, I remember. I think Amutha performed. Connor performed. Um,
Was
uh,
D-Rad on that as well?
no,
No.
no, no. D.
No.
I think D-Rad performed maybe the rhyming time machine on the open mic though,
That's right. The acapella
and I
of
was
that.
blown away, as everyone is when they hear that. Shout out to D-Rad.
Shouts to
And
D-Rad. He's coming on next week. What have I got him in
hell
for?
yeah, yeah,
For
keen.
Tuesday next week.
Oh, dope. I'll watch that for sure.
Hey.
Um, yeah, and then I jumped up at the end, did my freestyle over that old school breakbeat.
Yep,
And
yep,
I
yep.
actually messed it up halfway through and I had to freestyle like for a few bars before hanging up the towel.
Hey.
But that was a really dope night. That was my first exposure to Vibe Union, and that's when I kind of realized that it's genuine and
Mm.
there's actual genuine there's connections going on, there's support, there's
Yeah.
positivity. Like it's just such an awesome collective, and that's just what why everyone keeps going back.
So going
know?
from there, from Lyrebird to going to the dojo
Yeah, sorry
for the
man, I
first
completely
time. You're good. Let's continue.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, my bad. And went to the dojo, and I don't even think I got up on the first time, or
Truly.
or maybe I did a written because I'm really shy. Like I get really anxious. Now I'm comfortable with the dojo
Yeah.
because I've done it a few times now, but
Yeah.
also my confidence in my freestyle ability is a lot higher than it was at the start of the year, and that's just strictly because of it is because of a repeated exposure with dojo and freestyle experience, but also just practice. I've just had a lot more opportunity to practice.
Right.
Um,
So
so I'm
you
just
were
more
saying
confident.
you were saying that you may not have gone up the first time you went to the dojo because of like nerves, essentially.
Oh, definitely nerves. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the first time I did it, I almost certainly would have done a written verse.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to hear that from you because I think that you present currently as a confident freestyler. Big ups to everyone jumping in on the follows. Shout outs Jimmy, Howard. Shout outs Mars. Bloody, I
What up,
bloody love
Jimmy?
it. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I can't see that. I can't see the chat.
That's all good.
Right.
I'll let you know if there's anything particularly tantalizing happening. So
Bet.
for me, I'd been to the dojo a few times and many other like open mic cipher nights. There used to be Can I Kick It, which towards the end,
Yeah,
Mono,
and I recognize you from Can I Kick It, man?
yeah,
Because I used to go there all the time. R.I.P. Horse Bazaar. Me and my mates miss Horse Bazaar so much. God damn.
absolutely, man. Horse Bazaar was really where I got all of this. Well, not all of this, but so much of my confidence, so much of like, because what you got to do, you got to shed some of that fear just by throwing yourself there up enough up there enough times, right? That's kind of how. It's kind of how you got to do it. It's almost like you could be great at freestyling and kind of have it, but if the nerves get the better of you, then it's kind of all over. So
Definitely.
I met people like Madstalk, Bear Flame,
Yeah.
um,
Mono.
Mono,
Oh, Tao. What happened to Tao?
Tao, dude.
We were going to do a track together back in like 2017.
Tao was my mentor. He
No
was
kidding.
like,
Yeah.
he was legitimately my mentor. I made some of my first tracks with him. One of the first tracks I made was with Tao, and it was called Pretty Lit.
You guys would have funny chemistry because he's a crack up as well.
He's a crack up, and he's a bit of like I guess he's a bit of an intellectual. Like he's quite a
Yeah.
smart dude.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
Oh, Bad Habits as well.
Bad Habit.
He was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I mean the amount of people, like I met the people from Sneakerheads, like Alflex and Vision from the Detective,
D Minor?
DJ Detective.
Yeah.
D Minor, my God, one of the most rapid fire spitters out there.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I mean, unstoppable. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
can put him in the path, in the channel, then that's it.
I remember we were having a conversation outside Horse Bazaar one time with him, and he was telling me about how he does it, and he was just like, you slowly build up to it, and you just like, and I'm just like, that's your lane, man. Like, you have that Bone Thugs and Harmony
Yeah.
sort of style. I'm just gonna do my raw boom bap. But no, he's a great dude, and it was great to see him at Dojo one time. I saw him.
Yeah, I do feel like the atmosphere that was created at Horse Bazaar at those Can I Kick It nights is a bit different to the dojo. I feel like the dojo is almost like the serious step up. It's kind of
I was
intimidating.
It is. I was gonna ask you how would you compare the atmosphere between two, not just necessarily as like the venue, but also as a performer.
There's so many different elements at play, but I guess one of the key things that I can clock in my mind is at Can I Kick It, there was a line. There was a line, and you get in line, and when it's your turn, you go up. You don't have to fight for the mic, and some people love fighting for the mic, but other people are like, they're apprehensive
I like
already.
order.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Definitely.
and I am kind of all for giving people a fair shot, even though I love having somebody who's dope on it just rip it, just like rip their thing. But yeah, I felt like it was a bit more accommodating, a bit more open and accessible, but still kind of competitive, still like an opportunity to meet great people. The setup of this stage, this big elevated stage, that felt real cool. It felt real special. Like when you get up on stage and there was a cool separation. Not that like that's important, I think, but I enjoyed that factor.
Yeah, definitely.
With Dojo, it seems a bit more gritty. It seems like we're all in the fucking what do you call it?
Trenches.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the trenches, like we're struggling for like a little cut of bread or whatever.
The rations.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to ration a little bit of this and that.
Ration the mic.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like it is. I feel like maybe the benchmark is like the quality is just a little bit higher. I do think so at the dojo.
I think quite a bit higher.
I don't know
personally.
about that. I don't know if it's like, I mean, people did rip it back at Can I Kick It? I was
They did.
always. Do you remember?
Do you know what?
Sorry, you go.
So I was just gonna say quickly. I think the difference is Dojo is a lot more consistent. The atmosphere is always a lot higher.
Right.
While there were plenty of people ripping it at Horse Bazaar, there's lots of empty nights, man. And so when the atmosphere isn't there, it's just like it
Yeah.
can be a bit less impressive. But when the dojo is so immersive, like there's a real atmosphere to it, so you're drawn in. So I feel like when the same high skill rap is executed, it just has such a much more of an impact on the audience and just in general at the dojo. I don't know if you agree with that.
I agree
But
that
yeah.
the reward. I agree that the reward is bigger at the dojo. The reward for kind of pulling it off is bigger because like everyone is tighter in it. At Horse Bazaar, and then Grumpy's. Went on to Grumpy's. Did you ever go to Grumpy's?
I've actually performed there and I've been to some gigs there, but I never made it there for a Can I Kick It. But the last one especially looked epic. I really regret not going to that one, but
Yeah, was that the one where Rooker and Frankie did an EP or launch? Was that the one?
I believe so. I just
was-
remember there was a mad turnout.
God, we've brushed shoulders many times. I just wish we
Yeah,
had
man.
talked earlier.
Yeah, dude. Oh, well, here we are now. Twitch.
Here we are now.
That's-
We're twitching and switching it up. You know,
Yeah.
bringing the switchblade to the fucking park to terrorize some kids.
That's it.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I with the Can I Kick It, sometimes it was like you're just out there rapping to other rappers, which is kind of like a similar. I don't think it's the same feeling as doing stand-up comedy for other for other comedians, because I think that's like cold as shit. Because nobody wants to laugh at your shit because everyone's trying to like kind of judge who's funny. You know, like to make a quote unquote stand-up comedian laugh is a little bit harder than your average punter, I think. But yeah, at the dojo there seems to be more kind of civilians and just random people around, just there for the vibe and to watch it all unfold. More fans.
You know what's funny as well? I agree with what you're saying, man. Is I think I feel more nervous performing at Hospital than I do dojo, even though like stakes are higher at dojo, and the environment is so much more tense. I felt more uncomfortable performing at Can I Kick It, and I
Is that
feel like
because you didn't have the people there? Like you didn't know the people?
I think so. I mean, it's not just about knowing the people. I just think, it's awkward performing to 3 people, and like
Yes.
there'd be plenty of times where no one's even standing up at the stage. Just people just sitting down trying to have a beer, and you're just trying to rap. And because when you're getting into the mode of freestyling and rapping, you need to immerse yourself into your own confidence almost, and you need the atmosphere to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I mean, there's so many moving parts to you feeling good enough to get into the flow. There's so many different moving parts. There's the people. There's like, the microphone. There's the vibes. There's like, how lit you are, I guess. How your day was. All that.
Yeah,
kind of
there's
stuff.
a lot of factors. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, bloody shout outs to Mono for putting on such a dope night. I think he's a crazy MC and host under those circumstances. The live cipher. I mean, there's not too many else that can do it better.
And the other big thing is the vibe is maintained by having Mono constantly on stage, and to always bring it back up to a high level. He's so engaging, like skill set, and also his ability to perform.
Right. The
He just
energy.
he
You're right.
provides such a good benchmark as well. And yeah, so
But he also is good at accommodating and like introducing and like opening up people to like go and do their thing.
he
as
is.
well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's welcoming and he's supportive, and yeah, he just does an all round really good job.
Absolutely. All right, well, moving along from the talks of the freestyle and the dojo and all those wonderful things that, my God, if we don't get back to, I don't even know what the point is. But should we dip into a bit of freestyle ourselves, have a bit of a play,
I'm
back and forth.
keen, man. Yeah, man, let's do it.
So I've picked. There was a upload of a collection of beats made by Kibbs. Is it Jake
Shout
Kibbs or
outs.
just Kibbs? Jake and the Fat Man.
I think that's his duo group, but
So
Kibbs.
he's the Fat Man. Kibbs is the Fat Man. Is Jake? Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. And they're regional. Are they like Bendigo or Shepparton or
Bendigo boys.
Bendigo boys? Cool. I'm glad I got that right. So Kibbs is going to be on this show. When is it?
Shout outs to him. Shout outs to you playing the Herculaneum beat at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kibbs is going to be here on the 27th, Monday. So not next Monday, the week after. We're going to have a chat with him. But
Fantastic.
these are a bunch of stabs of different things, and I think we just go back and forth. We'll run it till we're done, and let's have some fun, my dude. I will let you take the reins initially. And I think maybe a way we could do this is I just whatever line you finish with, I kind of use that to tag on. We try and do that.
4 bars, 8 bars. How you want to?
I think it's going to be closer to 8. It's going to be like the whole portion of this track, and I think they go for 30 to 40 seconds each.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So I'm going to start.
Tell me if that's reasonable levels.
The level's cool. It's just cutting out a bit. Oh, that's better. Oof. Hibbs, man. God damn. It makes a mean beat. Yeah. Uh-huh. You know me. I sit in on my chair when the Twitch stream. Who is me? Bitch, you know it's Listerine. Cause I'm so fresh, I'm in the mouth. No, I'm boisterous. Yes, I'm causing stress. No, it's evident. I am on stress like I'm hopping out the bed. I'm Halloweening. Sixpence, you never ever coming in between them. Cause I got the game on lock like it's Loch Ness. Sixpence, I cause I'm dropping like a bomb threat.
Bum threat. Dilly D about to pop another bait. Let it settle for a sec.
Oh, shouts to Ruckman.
I gotta air these pits. Shouts to Ruckman. Shoutouts to all the Dons out there. Dons doing the real deals. Hey, I am Velcor, I'm a dragon, Harry. Catch me up, yo, I never get scared like I'm meant to be a flyer. And the bird's eye perspective every single time gets me like never on the sideline. Even though when I rap on the underground, I'm speaking to more than Hades. All of my friends are practically shady. Yeah, I only kick it with kings, you know. When I get really into it, I try and sing. And you know I'm ripping and tripping and loving, kicking back with the pence. And he ain't cheap, but he's got the change. He's got
to
the
rearrange
change.
your mainframe. Sixpence, no, you never complain. You get what you're given, and that's a breadcrumb I'm living. I'm sinning. You best to understand predicament. Shitting on all these MCs.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come through.
All right. So I'll start this one again.
Please, baby.
Right. Gibbs. All right. Yeah. Oof. It's a faster one. Yeah. All right. Look. Yo, we're switching up the pace. I'm just running in this race. I'm leaving you displaced, but it's really just a taste. And I'm serving on a silver platter. There's no matter. You ain't even battling the goanna. The death out of I'm in the grass and I'm rocking mighty fast. Got the microphone and I'm gonna kick the damn. Sixpence is the man. You never understand, but still I'm gonna give him the grand. Pass it on, man.
I'm grounded, mommy and daddy, I'm grounded. Give me a spanking, I know that I've been in the bag for so damn long. Sixpence, thank you for holding my hand through the bait. I'ma take the next one as this trickles off.
Yellow.
Here we
No,
go.
no.
Give me a fucking... epic. Yo.
Talk to me nice.
Archimedes, you can't see me. I'm transparent. I am see-through. I am every single thing upon the matrix. Yo, Neo, that is the new shit. You know that I am so smooth, it's lubricated. Every single time I'm in the network nation, no hesitation. As I salivate, I drip from the lip. When I spit straight from the root in the booth, that's a line that I jack from my boy D-Rad. He raps so bad, he doesn't even need to be on the tab, but he's got so many tabs open on the browser. He is like Bowser, he's gonna shell you so hard. You need to go undercover. Maybe you should not bother, brother. Sixpence, next one's gonna be for you. I'm a good dude putting rappers on the map in Melbourne. I'm a fucking watch the whole scene burn.
Shout out to Dilly Dave. That's what we like. Man, the caveman out from the cave. Straight to the rave. Behave.
Yeah.
Ooh, drop.
You heard it, Sixpence.
Okay. Yeah. Yo, it's time that I'm reflecting. Life is never ending. Still, I'm just trying to catch my breath up for the next thing. Maybe I can live deep in the dreamscape and just degrade my sense of self and just I relay the message onto you. Maybe you can find some solace in that and press it onto you into the message that I just describing out with pens. Sixpence, and I'm gonna repent. I just trying to live my life better. Worry about the cheddar, but just try to spit the fat rhyme straight from the Beretta. You know the shit is so elementary, you're never testing me. I got the game by a squirrel grip, I'm squeezing the testes. You thinking you're better than me, but really you're just not the next thing. I push you out like a nestling.
Fuck.
Word.
Push him out. Let's see what happens next.
Alright.
Yo, I'm the chillest motherfucker in the house. Every single time I walk on the street, you know they give me an ounce. And it only takes me about a half an hour to get through a quarter. And when I split the fractions, you know I don't need to talk about numbers, cause that's a distraction. And when I look into the reflection of the mirror in front of me, it's all technology, digital. Call it an avatar, rapping so far with the boy at Sixpence. I go down on a girl and it smells just like pennies. That's a period, blunt line, and that is so fine when I'm rhyming. Damn, I am dining. Call me the vamp, I'm a scamp, and you know when I put on the lamp, it's straight brightness. My rhymes be so frightening, this is free from the dome, because I went to the dojo, and I picked up all the lines from the cool bros.
Hey. No.
Chiminga.
Chimichanga.
Chimichanga.
Alright. Yeah, the beat's coming in tough. Sixpence showing up, know it's lift off. Houston, we ain't got a fucking problems tonight. You know we're feeling so fine. You know I'm gripping the mic. I know I deadened them. Sixpence has got the medicine. Know I go injected in like adrenaline. You feel it coursing through the arteries. You never get apart from me. Sixpence I rock it so masterfully. Because I'm studying my master's degree. Look at me, how I'm turning up degrees on the scene. No, it's heated. You ain't need a microwave when I'm on my wave. Your display, sir. I put the switchblade to your rib cage just to get into your heart. Nah, I'm just trying to surge in with the vines. Put it in though. Sixpence, yes, I'm so swift with the sick flow.
Fuck.
Hey.
Jesus. Dust shoulders, air pits.
Killer, man. This is fun.
It's not over yet.
Nah, man. Keep them coming.
Hey, give me bye, I'm a little, give me bye. Used to play the game, but now the world is my toy. Game Boy Advance, you know, I've got the sweat from the eyebrow. Oh my god, is that even color, man? That is black and white, we're talking Charizard, Pokemon Red, that is some 90s shit. God damn it, legitimate. I remember when I put my brother's Game Boy in the sun overnight. Yo, it did not outlast the weather. Now he does not think so much of me, even though we are the family. You can call that tragedy. I call it comedy. I flip on my shit. Just like the shroom on the pad. Patty, give me that patty cake, whack it back. I rip it ridiculous.
Hey, dope. I love that family tragedy line. That was fresh.
Yeah, thank you, dude. So that's the Ivory Archer in the chats.
Shouts Ivory. Yeah. Bring it with the boom bap. Yeah. I see you so snoozing. You're trying to catch the Z's, but nah, you can't even match the steez. I'm too fresh with it. It ain't a gimmick when I'm spitting with the lyrics. I just serve it straight from the furnace. You know that I'm burned this. It's hotter than some charcoal. Sixpence eating all your asshole. Like I'm rimming it. Sixpence, yes, I'm swifter in every predicament. It's dead in them. Yes, no comparison. I'm giving them the medicine. Yeah, I took them out. You can't stop laughing. I'm the barbarian. The bars just outlast them. Throw it out though. Sixpence, yes, I got the game on my tobacco. I saw smoke, motherfucker.
Sixpence go with the asshole.
I'll go in. I'll go in on my motherfucker.
Let's go as deep as necessary.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. These are hard times.
Alright. Yeah. Hey. Rimmer, call it that chicken dinner. I don't need to get fried to go down between the flies when I lie. There's no flies around the area that I enter. Sometimes there's hair down there. Sometimes there's cobwebs, sometimes there's spiders. I don't go out to fuck spiders. Yo, call it what you want. I got plan B, because if you and your partner don't work out, I'm the solution to problems. I'll be rocking every single mic that I'm thinking is golden. Because it's
Hey.
alchemy, everything I touch in front of me turns to some kind of elementary goldness.
Woo.
You know that I'm always
Right.
rolling. I think my nipples are embossed and emboldened.
Bowling.
Bowling.
Bowling. Killer. Alright. That should be the last one for me. What do you
Yeah,
reckon?
sweet. Wrap it up, mate.
Wrap it up. I'm just giving them the credit scene. This is coming out. You see my name, Sixpence, bout I'm swerving round the bend. I've been round the twist, you're never matching this. In every battle, I'm just outlasting them. Reflecting, my life is never ending. When I go and pen it, I send the salutations, I push the envelope. To me, I'm Dr. Dre, the next episode, yo. I'm better with the fresher flow. You can understand that I'm shaking up the world like a snow globe. Millie D and Dave, you understand, you behave when I'm in the rave, leaving you all displaced. You feel it in your rib cage, it's pumping blood. Yeah, you're feeling that, I know you're full of love. For us, for Vibe Union, yeah, we're gifted from above, yeah.
Hey, gift from above. We're gifted from above.
Hey. Sing it, motherfucker.
That was fucking legendary, my dude.
That was dope. Sure.
Re-ripped it.
Definitely, man.
God, it feels good to freestyle with somebody. This is what got me into rap, like fucking freestyling with pals. There's nothing better, is it?
So, do you want to tell me a bit about that real quick?
Yes, please. If you would like to flip the interview upon me, that's
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah,
So,
tell me about that.
have you heard of Rudy V, Homeboy G?
Oh, I've heard the name. I can't put a face to it, though.
So I studied audiovisual technology at RMIT. These all rhyme somehow. Anyway.
The freestyle's not over, folks.
So yeah, I went to RMIT to study audiovisual technology, and there was some people that I ran into in that course that were musos that I ended up befriending and kind of living with. So one of them was this guy named Rudy V, who does very similar things to you in the sense of working with, younger kids through school and community, through music programs.
Mm-hmm.
It's this guy Gabs, aka Rudy V or Homeboy G.
Yeah, Gabs.
Gabs.
Yeah, okay.
So you've known him for a while. How do you know Gabs?
Wait, is this Indonesian Gabs? Or is it
Filipino.
Indonesian?
Yeah, Filipino.
Filipino.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he used to come through to the to dig deep.
Dig
which
Deep.
is,
That's right.
You're familiar, yeah.
Are you? Did you do Dig Deep at the same time as him and Nettie as well? Is that like?
No,
No,
I was there for the end. Kait was still a part of the dig deep,
Okay,
not
okay.
for long though. But Mono had already left as well.
Right.
Mythic was in dig deep. But yeah, Mantra was still
Still running it, mentoring.
Was still running it, as well as Momo, and Tando had been introduced as well about towards the end. But I was there for maybe a good
Momo from
2 years.
Diafrix, right?
Yeah.
Do you know,
definitely.
2016, I think it was. 2016, I was doing this podcast with this dude named True Soul, Solomon. And we interviewed Diafrix, so Momo and
Wow.
Khalid. And yeah, we fucking interviewed them on this podcast.
That's sick.
Because they're, I don't know,
That's
this
dope.
one of the biggest outfits to come, out of Australia in the hip hop. I mean, they've done huge things on the world stage, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not up on my Diafrix. I gotta
Anyway.
fix that. But yeah,
Let's get back to Gabs.
yeah.
I ended up living in the same place as Gabs and a few others, and Gabs is great on the guitar, and was pretty much a hip hop artist then, and honestly, just being around him when he was jamming, and this other guy who's actually, he should be a lot more well known, but he's kind of like he's actually like a titan of production and stuff. His name's Entity, Project Entity.
Right.
Anyway, he was kind of like the master of giving Ableton classes and stuff to us. So I was learning a bit of Ableton, and then like Round Gabs and these other people, kind of learning how to freestyle a little bit, and then starting to go to like Gabs's gigs and other stuff, and meeting all these people that you're kind of mentioning from Dig Deep, you know, out and about, seeing things happen. And honestly, it was like the feeling of being able to engage with this free association and this flow thing where it's kind of like your mind is the input, and you're kind of just crossing your fingers hoping that something golden will come out, but it takes a lot of time to tailor and practice to get to the point where you can kind of do it. But he was probably the person who got me into all of this in the first place.
Crazy. Had you always had an interest in like hip hop though? And
I only really listened to hip hop music because of him and a few other people in like my early 20s. So we have very different backgrounds. I was very much into like hardcore punk, prog rock, all that kind of stuff through my teens, you know, influenced by my brother and his music. Or the music
I'm the same with my brother.
Yeah. So I guess that's the thing we got in common with the older brothers being the influence of the music.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah. So he really he was the guy who got me on the map, and I'll be talking with him next week on Thursday.
Fantastic.
So Gabs, aka Rudy V, aka now Homeboy G. Yeah.
Game, man. Game for that.
So, we're almost getting to it. I mean, this has gone so fast. We're 45 minutes in. You're getting shout outs from Chunks, Pence. This has been the most active chat section for a while.
Man, I wish I could see it.
I think they're all here to see you. Well, you can see it after. You'll be able to see it after.
All right, cool. I'm gonna check out. Shout outs to Chunks. Shout outs to everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks
All right,
for watching, guys.
we need to start putting someone on the map. So I'd like to hand it over to you. Who have you had your eyes on recently? Who would you like to see on my Photoshop Melbourne map?
Or actually, I'm gonna have to give it to Mikado.
Okay, what if I was to tell you that Mikado was already in there and she already has a track on the Spotify playlist?
Oh, so do I tag someone in? Is that how this works?
No, it's just a straight shout out. It could turn into a tag in, but yeah. Do you want me to go through the names that I've got up there so far? How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Yeah, cool. I've tried to divide them in north, south, east, west, kind of, but it's not perfect, and we don't know where everyone is. So we've got Coldrip, producer. That was Rath's recommendation. Sin Santos, Mad MC, recommended by Connor. DJ Morn, a golden producer. Very much love his trap styles. Recommended by Rath. Also Michelangelo, MC producer, recommended by Rath. Rath himself. Amutha, Madstalk. We've got Trix Williams, Timmy the Bee. You know, all these classics. Nuance Trap, a really crazy producer. Spike Leo, producer. John Quill used to be a bit more of an MC, but now a really great producer who does a bit of work with Timmy the Bee. And by a bit, I mean a lot. And then you got yourself, Sixpence. We've got username unknown, aka Jason. Connor.
Who threw me up?
Good question.
That's not important.
I think it was Wrath the first time I had him on, because I've had him on twice.
Oh, fresh.
Remedy.
Shouts to Wrath.
Remedy. Pookie. Mikado.
Pookie's a good one. Yep.
Yeah. Mikado, Srirachi. The One. Probably one of the best producers in Melbourne, I think, is working with all of the good people. Joe Jardin. And Hannah Rose.
Okay.
So they're who we've got on the map so far. So who would you like to add to it? It can be an MC, it can be a producer, it could be both.
I've got two in mind. Is we limited to one, or
we can put two on the map, but we're not going to push it past that.
Firstly, was Ivory on there?
Oh, let's put her on there.
We've got to put Ivory on the
Of
map
course.
for sure.
Every archer.
She's just really inspiring. I think like her, especially just
Mm.
like her just general love and support and just passion for the scene and yeah, I don't know. So and also I know she's working on some really cool music in the making as well. I think we're gonna do something together and
Cool. That sounds like a
yeah,
fun collab.
and I don't know how she feels about me sharing this information, but she also produces techno and stuff as well, and it's killer.
Hey, because you're a bit of a
So
Texas fan, aren't you?
yeah, I love techno and
Just quickly, I'm just gonna talk to. Hey, Ivory. Which side of the city are you on? Where would you like me to put you? Much love to you too. Where would you like me to put you? Are we talking north, south, east, west, south, east, south by south? Anyway, we'll wait for that to come on. Cool. So we've got Ivory Archer up there. What's next, my dude?
I think she's north side.
Think north. Oh.
I gotta. Are you familiar with Sirac?
Yes.
Sirac needs to be up there.
I fucking love Sirac. He's not on this, but he's on. I got one of his tracks on the Spotify playlist, and I definitely plan to have him on here. But yeah, Sirac, that's great.
Sirac, shout out to Sirac. I love that guy.
So
I've
how do
known
you know
him-
Sirac? Is it the same? Oh, you're about to explain. Go for it.
Sorry, man. Well, yeah, we do rhymes together, but I know him through Dig Deep.
Another Dig Deep. For
yep,
those who don't
and-
know, do you want to quickly talk on Dig Deep for a tick?
Yeah. So Dig Deep is kind of a youth program for older for like kind of like late teens and early 20s hip hop artists that are kind of seeking mentorship. And
Okay.
it was run in the art center just out on South Bank.
Right.
And it was elite. It was so there's a studio in there so you can record at with industry quality equipment.
Right.
With shouts to Kajito as well. He was kind of the studio hand there. And he could
Okay.
do all the mixing and he could scratches and stuff. And he's an awesome producer and a great guy.
Yeah.
And it was rap wise, the mentor was Mantra. That's what drew me into Dig Deep because Mantra is probably my favorite. Trem and Mantra on 1-6. I mean, there's so many great Melbourne MCs, but Mantra is
Hey.
definitely one of my favorites and a big inspiration for me.
Cool.
So when I found out he was running a youth program, I'm like, oh my god. So
Right.
yeah, I started attending. But anyway, I know Sirac through there, and then through Sirac, I've got into Rhymes, and through Rhymes I met Mash, and through Mash I met Vibe Union. So shouts to Sirac. But let's talk about his music because we need to talk about it.
Please.
His music
Please.
is just incredible, really creative, really unique, and it's also raw and contemplative and reflective,
Emotive.
and very emotive,
Mm.
deep, but it's also really beautiful to listen to. It's very melodic and yeah, I don't know, like he strikes a really good balance of building solid concepts but still making the songs really pleasurable to listen to. And I mean, to me that's the recipe. That's what you need to be. That's what people should be striving for in terms of artistic creation. Not should be, but I feel like it's it's very tough to do, but when people do it very well, it's an incredible experience, and Sirac does it very well. He needs to be on the map, and I'm just gonna try and find the name of this project that he's released that people should go listen to because I want to plug him.
Yeah, it is called
Rad, RAD.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. The track that I've got from his on the thing. Where are you? Sirac. Bloody hell! All these fucking.
They're
names.
all incredible tracks as well.
They are. They really are. Actually, last episode I had with Wrath, I showed him some Sirac stuff, and he was really into it. So it sounds like you're not the only one on it. Oh, where are you? Let's just do the fucking search. Sirac. The name of the project is you said Rad, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. If we had to whack a song on my Spotify playlist for people to listen to, I've already got Sirac. I've already got most of the names that have been mentioned so far. Are there any tracks you've been bumping on Spotify that I could add to the list? To the
Local
playlist?
heat.
Yeah, local heat. Talk to me.
I've got a playlist up on my Spotify. Let me have a quick look. That might be one I'm forgetting at the moment. Oh, yep, the 4 cent CP. We know that's fire. Oh, yeah, Dolphin Jones.
Dolphin
Dolphin-
Jones?
Dolphin Jones. Let me talk about this dude real quick.
Please,
I,
let him hear it.
I wish I could put this dude on the map as well. Dolphin Jones is another dude I know through Dig Deep.
Okay.
And in fact, he actually produced Mantra's first big single. The song's called Flight Path. It's an incredible song. It's an incredible beat, and he made that beat when he was like 14 or 16, something fucking crazy. So he's a crazy producer. He's a veteran. He's also a rapper, and he's also an incredible artist and animator. Like, he's a jack of all trades. He runs an independent label called Blacklist Records, and we're working on an album at the moment. But he's just released an album with a cat called Laconic, and I've just copped their
Okay.
cassette. That should be arriving in the mail any day now. And yeah, so the project's called Class Act, so it's Laconic and Dolphin Jones.
Okay.
And I think the track that we got to add is the remix. Let me find this real quick. Dolphin Jones.
Easy.
And
if you want, you could just drop me the link via Discord if that works.
I'll do that
Anyway.
right now, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
This is crazy. So, in a way, this is actually the one song on the album that Dolphin Jones didn't produce, but he also agrees that it's his favorite, and he still raps on it. He's on first verse, and he kills it. But
Yeah.
the person who did the remix is Vicious Cycle, and I don't know much about this dude, but the beat's insane. How do I access the chat real quick?
So I think even if you just see, even if you go to Vibe Union and you see all the people on the right hand side, you could probably just click on me, Dilly Dave, and then go message or something.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Yep.
boom. There we go. Bye.
But yeah, even though he didn't, I just want to say, shouts to Dolphin Jones for the production on this project. It's insane. It's groundbreaking. It's completely unique. It's original. It's gritty. It's raw. It's infectious. Yeah, highly recommend listening to this project. And yeah, shouts to our project. Going to be coming out in a few months, and we've got plans for videos and all sorts of cool shit. We're going to be hopefully doing cassettes and stuff as well. And so yeah.
Oh, so you've somehow been able to stay pretty active through all this. Hey, you've been able to just kind of keep on keeping on in a way.
Definitely, it's been a bit of an ebb and flow
Yeah.
because of balancing the tail end of my master's degree.
I love how that still sticks.
Oh yeah, man, it'll never fade. There'll never be a tail end to the tail end.
That's it.
Anyway,
You're out here chasing infinite tail out here.
that's it, man.
Mm.
Nah,
Cool.
but yes. So yeah. I've been able to keep creative for sure.
That's great. Well, look, I really appreciate you you hanging out. Thank you for getting grounders with us. Obviously, it's pretty easy to find you. Spotify and Instagram are the main platforms, yeah? Sixpence
Definitely,
Oz on Instagram and just Sixpence on Spotify.
Yep,
Right?
that's the one.
Cool, man. What I'm going to do is, I'm guessing, maybe...
Do you play the song on the outro? Do you vibe out to the track?
Yeah, I
or-
can do that. Let's do that. I'll just play it through the other computer. Give me 1 sec.
No dramas.
Just talk to the people for 7 seconds.
One time for the people. How we doing? Shout out to Dilly as well. Fantastic artist and a great host. I think you would all agree. It's been awesome being on the show. It's a great concept. I love how it's backing local talent, putting people on the map, figuratively and literally. Yeah, and I look forward to coming back for a second time around later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're nearly there.
Man. All right. And this stream will be recorded and stored on your Twitch.
Yeah, so this will stay live on the Twitch channel for 14 days, but over the next 1 or 2 days, I'll download and re-upload to YouTube. So just type in Dave Dilly in YouTube, and you'll see There's 7 episodes up at the moment, with an 8th from Wrath coming up, and this will be the 9th.
Fantastic. Keeping busy yourself, Dilly. I love it.
I'm surprised that so many people say yes, you know?
No, man, it's great. It's great to be able to, conversate, share, and grow. So it's dope that you come up with the platform.
To understand is to perceive patterns, and I'm out here looking at a good thing, you know?
Killer. How we going? How we coming along with that track, Dilly?
Oh my god. Close that when you get here.
Yeah, I reckon you're gonna be blown away at this, man. You'll see what I mean. Like, it's cutting edge.
Don't miss a luncheon. Fuck, we number crunching. We need that shit to function. Don't tip the budget. W in the market, tech stop, always into something. I ain't live, but I think amongst you gotta catch an aloof from the infrastructure, so you never get a glimpse of the different cultures. Getting fed through a family of business vultures. Got that liquid crystal shapes in your pocket and up. You wanna use that fucking information for the profit. They wanna concentrate to trace techno poverty, make you sit in place. The crystal break this reduction pixels just shit obliterate. It insufficient back from the funds. I hit the brand.
Oh no!
With a fuck you and a thanks.
We got it back.
You can rob a bank with a gun, but you can rob entire countries with a black cities anywhere. There's lacking in advertising and gambling laws. Getting in debt on a sports bet and landing a sword. They take the last of your money and the land it was yours. 22nd century calling the shit round the course.
When we take a look at who are the good performers in terms of income growth, in terms of improvement.
Are you not entertained?
Those are the countries that have.
Ah,
Why does
shit.
it keep stopping?
I don't know, man.
Think global, act mobile. Rapid expansion, advance, and a means to demand. Brand and production with all the wonders of tech.
That's the conic.
Common, fundamentally corrupt and obfuscating the functional end. World Wide Web, intelligence is artificial and we don't know shit. Controlling all the markets with a one push click. The wonderment of new discoveries plundered by companies to drum up hyperphones with every hit. None of the silicon millions. One. Funneling under the working alum. Even with smoking a gun, open and shut. Nobody comes to adjust the imbalance of management, stacking the capital from the inadequate salaries. Damages Marvel adapts. We're not in the past, here where we at. Hazard a guess, practice the same as a factory manufacturing apathy en masse. Assume the position, newest means to accrue. Move to the new frontier, get computing or see what they do.
Fuck.
Shout outs to the Conic, shout outs to Dolphin Jones, shout out to Vicious Cycle, shout outs to Blacklist Records. That's crazy. It's crazy music. The entire project's crazy. Everyone should go peep that for local talent, man.
It's unbelievable. You've been grounded. I'm Dilly D. That's Sixpence. Take it steezy. Bye.
Love y'all.